Hi everyone, can't remember when I did my last vlog. I don't know about you guys, but I am feeling distinctly stuck in a bit of a rut. I am trying to finish little projects that I couldn't be bothered to do to finish, which is fine. It's fine. It's going okay. I've virtually finished now the baby blanket that I was making, but I guess I'm really struggling this week. This is week 4 of like the official lockdown, so for me it's been a month without like proper therapy input. In fact, because I was away the week before the official lockdown began, it's actually sort of 5 weeks for me, and yeah, I'm finding that really difficult. I'm finding it difficult not being with anybody, like in a sort of in the same room as somebody and in their company for longer than 5 or 10 minutes outside at a distance is it's starting to feel really hard, and I've had a couple of days now where I've been really tearful, and stressing myself out really. We're all allowed to go out for exercise. This is something that, you know, everyone is allowed to do, and I don't know, for whatever reason, I am, well, there's a lot of reasons, but I am really struggling with getting myself to actually go outside. If you know me, then you know that it's something that I've struggled with on and off for a while, especially my anxiety levels. They get very, very high very quickly, and my usage of things like my social hours would normally be put towards getting me out of the flat, getting me to go and do my shopping, to go and do some exercise, just go for a walk and a drink, and obviously all of that with the lockdown has been the support has been arranged very differently. It's mainly it is to fulfill the absolute basic needs, so food shopping, medication, and maybe a little conversation like over the phone, and so I also, like, you know, every week would go and I would meet with my mum, and we would go out on a Saturday, and week 4 or week 5 of not doing that, of not actually seeing my mum, like, in the flesh, and not being able, like, to get a hug from my dad when he does drop my food shopping or whatever off. And I'm really missing those things. I'm missing that, and I know that there's an awful lot of people out there who are either in the same position or they've been separated from loved ones, and there's no end in sight. There's no real idea yet as to when it will change. But I guess in a way I'm a little bit jealous of people who live in a house with other people, because I don't, and it feels really hard. And I'm sure that the people that do live in a house with people are probably cursing the other people in the house, and they are probably desperate for time on their own and to do their own thing, and all of that. But oh, excuse me, I'm so tired as well at the moment, because I'm not doing anything. So I know I really need to get myself over that. I need to get myself out for a walk, but I'm like, when's a good time to go for a walk? Like, what time is it quiet? Like, because I haven't left my flat in a month, more than to put the bins out or to go round to the back garden. I have been nowhere, and so I don't know what it's like out there. I see bits and pieces here and there on the news, and, like, you know, obviously I'm talking to people, like, using FaceTime and having phone conversations, but it's not the same. And yeah, I guess right now I'm starting to really struggle. I'm starting to realise how much the people around me do for me and help me and get me to encourage me to achieve things, and how much normally, if I was having, like, a really tearful day, I had that choice of phoning my mum or phoning someone and them actually being able to come over and get me out to change my mindset, or just talk to me, or, you know. And I guess I'm frustrated, because whilst it is really important, and I appreciate just how important it is to know the statistics of the amount of people that have died, and to know, you know, how many are dying in care homes and talking about that side of things. But there's a part of me that sits here and is like, well, I pay a contribution towards my support, and I have no idea if I'm going to be expected to pay my normal contribution towards my support hours. To me, it's upsetting to think that I'm going to have to part with a fair amount of money potentially for next to no hours at all in the last month, when there's other things that I desperately need in order to stay on top of my flat, you know, and it's not easy to be able to have all the therapy and to be in and out of a therapy program all the time, like every other day, and to live and save. Sorry, I'm really tired. When you're on benefits, and so things like buying a vacuum cleaner become like the last thing on your mind, like, or not the last thing on your mind, it's there, you know, but you kind of, you beg and you borrow, but at a time like this you can't beg and you can't borrow, and you know, I am feeling massively insecure about how untidy my flat is and how much I wish I had a vacuum cleaner to hoover properly, because it would make me, you know, it'd give me something to do, get me up, get me going, get me moving. And yeah, I just I have got a really cheap vacuum cleaner, people, but it isn't very good, and I don't think it would actually cope with hoovering my entire flat. But I kind of end up, I just feel like, I don't know, I feel like I want to do things, and then I just feel like I can't, and it is mind blowing what's going on right now. It really is just mind blowing. I don't really know what else I want to say about that, you know. I guess at the moment, yeah, this isn't my most upbeat video, but I've always felt like if I do YouTube videos and things then, and vlogs, then I would rather they were real than me fake happy. So, and also at the moment the other challenge has been my hamster. It's in the last couple of weeks, maybe 4 times now, I found her trying to hibernate, and when it always happens overnight, so whether it's down to a drop in temperature in the room, I really don't know. I've tried putting her in different places in the room. I'm out of ideas now, so I'm now getting used to getting up in the morning and unfortunately finding her trying to hibernate. I suspect that she may have a respiratory infection, but I'm not sure. And at the moment, with everything on lockdown, it doesn't, at this point, doesn't seem to be inhibiting her like food intake or her drinking. And she's quite an old hamster as well anyway, so I guess at the moment I'm just staving off kind of the inevitable with her, which is sad, but it's life, isn't it? With life comes death, unfortunately. I am so glad that I have at least got my cat, because no matter how much she drives me bonkers sometimes, by scratching my carpets and always wanting to be on my lap when I'm in the middle of doing something, at least I have her, you know, and she has a brain and she has a choice as to whether she sits with me or doesn't sit with me. And you know, I'm so very, very lucky that she is so bonded to me. I just miss so many people. So very much, and I guess either today or tomorrow we'll find out how much longer like the lockdown is going to be definitely put in place. And hopefully it won't be a massively long period of time. I know, like, that we're looking at, you know, my mum and dad probably spending their birthdays in lockdown, and I've been trying to rack my brain for ways of making it special for them without actually being there. Sorry. But I've not really found an idea yet that would work, I don't think. So, I think there's probably an awful lot of people about now who are having quite a big wobble, and I guess I hope that like this vlog lets you know that it's okay to have a wobble. At the moment, things are really hard. But we'll be okay. There will be an end to this, and we will be okay, and we will be able to go out and meet people again, but maybe not in the same way as we were used to. I don't know. I guess that's all I've got to say for today, guys. So let's keep following what the government say. Speak to you later.